What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back. We will continue through our birthday readings with Karen Huger and Ashley Darby. Before I begin the reading, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, you can purchase any of my ebooks on Amazon. They are under my real name, Brandy Robinson. Brandy is with an I on the end. It's a lot of like books on self-help, bettering yourself. Really good books, to the point, not all long-winded. Let's get started with Karen Huger's birthday. Karen Huger was born on May 3rd, 1963. That makes her a Taurus. And she is a Taurus too. Let's get started with the day of her birthday and what it means. May 3rd is the day of the social realist. Okay, so just by the title, she's a social butterfly. She's a Taurus. Taurus don't like to be alone. They love parties. We saw Karen in all her glory at that party she threw, honey, for herself, honey. It wasn't about Ray. It was about Karen, honey. Okay, I was happy for Karen, though. She looked nice. Seemed like she had a really nice, fun time. Let's get to her strengths. She is insightful. She is clever. She is charming. We could see a lot of that on the show. We see that she gives Candace a lot of insight on how to deal with the women, how to deal with her mother. She's like the matriarch of the show. She's the mother, honey, of the show, okay? She's clever, in her business. That LaDame fragrance I heard is doing really well. And a lot of them, like Giselle and Robin, they were hating on her, I think some of it is jealousy, and they tend to, what I notice on that show is they like to put Karen down. Oh, Ray owes taxes. Oh, she tries to make herself be more grand than what she is. And I think that was the intention when the show first started. But as time went on, Karen has found her rhythm, right? She knows what she's doing. Okay. That's why she always comes out on the other side, she's charming, Karen has stepped up her wigs, her fashion, she looks nice. Very different woman from who she was before. I don't think she kind of was aware of who she really was, her image, but now you see her as a businesswoman. She's not just Ray's wife. That's kind of what she was when the show first started. And that's why that marriage worked out for so long, because she was just Ray's wife. Now she is the face of LaDame. She has her own business. She has this show. She's traveling more. We heard it on the show. She's becoming her own woman, and that could be a threat to a man that has always been dependent upon. And this isn't just in Ray and Karen's situation. It can happen in a lot of different relationships. Her weaknesses: she's demanding. Okay, demanding. Remember, she had a lot of demanding energy towards Ashley in the beginning of Potomac, the season 1. Oh, you don't fit Potomac, and we do things like this. We do, that's what really made Karen unlikable, to the viewing audience. She wasn't relaxed with it. You don't really hear her saying too much of that now. She just more or less get the ladies together, honey. Okay, get them girls right together. Procrastinating. Okay, so that means she may have the tendency to put things off or focus on the right time instead of just doing things in the moment. It's like it got to be the right time. Tauruses are known for stagnation, procrastination, moving slow, taking too much time to do things. You know what I'm saying? They really take that saying, take your time, a little too seriously. We don't mean be all day, okay? Hard-headed. That's another another Taurus trait. I'm going to do it my way. I know what's best. Like I said, kind of speaks to the energy of Karen when she first came on the show. I know what's right for these women. I know how they should act. I know how they should behave. And like Candace, she has learned. She has leapt. She like I said, found her rhythm on the show, what works for her. She's learning from life's lessons instead of, oh yeah, that happened, but I'm going to do, whatever I want. I thought it was kind of weird though when when Ray was going through all those issues with his taxes and she was trying to support him, but she was going out buying a new car, kind of going against the energy of what was going on in her life, and a lot of people will say, yeah, but that's Ray's issue. And yeah, but that's, your husband, have his back, help him out financially, if you can. But maybe Ray wouldn't allow for that. Maybe Ray is a dominant man and, likes to take care of things on his own. But I thought that was kind of weird because it was kind of like she wanted to prove something to the women. I still have money. We're still successful. You're not going to take this from me, And that could be positive, and then again, it could be negative. It can make her be hard-headed because, you're not learning the lessons in life you're supposed to learn. You keep trying to be somebody you're not. So, and life has a way of humbling people, right? So let's get off into her birthday. It says, those born on May 3rd have much to teach others about the workings of society. What did I tell y'all? Teaching, giving Candace and the girls insight, okay? Remember how she came on the show. She was teaching. We didn't really want to hear it, but, she was saying, this is how you act. There's a right time to do things. She also has that in her relationship with Giselle, trying to tell Giselle the right way to come at people. Stop doing stuff like this. Do it this way. She knows how to direct people, into the right direction. That way they can be more effective. They not only display an insight, there go that word, insightful, understanding, what's going on. They not only display an insight into group psychology, the group, the women on the show, her family, all of that, but also have the ability to assume leadership or be a spokesperson. We see her, she was a spokesperson for her charity. Remember the event? She's spoken out on being raped. And, she also spoke to Monique. Remember, with that accident with the alcohol, I got a DUI. I learned from that. You don't want to have that reputation of being out here being drunk, learn from my mistakes. They have a voice that is heard above the crowd, whether speaking or writing. What did I just say? Moreover, they have a talent for charming and entertaining, using very sophisticated techniques. That takes you to Karen's party she's had on the show over the years. She knows how to entertain guests to keep their audiences interested in them. They know how to use emotion as well as logic to this end. May 3rd people are pragmatic realists whose wit strikes hard and deep. As family members, they may be depended on in times of trouble to make important decisions or give much needed advice. Hard-headed, practical thinkers, they will rarely be caught heading off in flights of fancy. With their feet on the ground, they seek the most effective way of solving problems. May 3rd people also have a knack for making people laugh. Y'all remember that takes me back to the scene. This is when Karen really became likable to me. Y'all remember when she had that wig issue and everybody was laughing at her. She didn't want them touching the wig, so she kept trying to shift it. And, she has a way of being funny, humorous, relatable to people. Coming up with the most comic comparisons and clever comments. Remember when Ashley did impressions of Karen, when they were out of town and Karen was cracking up. That kind of takes me to to that because Karen knows and is aware of how she comes off to others, right? And she likes, making fun of it. She don't take it all that seriously the way that she used to. This greatly enhances their prestige within any group. Okay, so what did I just say about being amongst, the women, making them laugh, using comedy to, be relatable. They can, however, go too far and indulge in biting satire or sarcasm, which sometimes lands them in trouble. May 3rd people make very valuable counselors. What did I tell y'all about Candace? Helping her, helping Giselle, telling them the right time, the right way to do things. Mediators and arbitrators. Their commercial insight, there's that word again, insight, is very sharp regarding consumer motivation. Okay, to consumer motivation. LaDom, I know how to sell. I know how to make things marketable. I know how to make somebody want to buy something from me. And psychology, okay, it's flowing together. That is psychology, knowing what sells, how to sell it, knowing how to appeal to others. That's psychological. You have to know that. You have to, have a knack for that. Karen has that. Hence, they also perform well as marketing analysis. What did I say? Marketing, selling something. That's why her product is doing, I think, way better than Giselle's. This is a woman that is business minded. And Robin and Giselle, they tried to, put her down. Okay. Oh, it smells like an old lady. Anytime they are around Karen, just watch Robin and Giselle having to put down something that is so good about her. And, it's like they don't want to give her props. They don't want to see her shine. They love pulling her down and not lifting her up. Because remember what I told you about Giselle. Giselle don't like people that's doing better than her. That's why she loves bringing people down. That's why she did the whole Ray tax reform, made that stupid ass t-shirt. That's why she came at Monique. You don't have a home. You don't have nothing. You look at Robin falling apart. The man wouldn't claim her for so long. And, she likes when you don't have anything. But with somebody like Karen, she's the opposite. She has things. She wants other people to have nice things. She's not a hater, It says she will also do well as being a business manager. In private life, May 3rd people must be careful of making too many demands on their spouses and children. So maybe she makes too many demands of Ray. He's an older guy. Maybe he can only, do so much. When single, they are paradoxically may be too passive in their relationships, perhaps postponing. There go that postponing. What's one of her negative traits? Procrastinating. That's, postponing the decisive action needed to ensure success in love. Moreover, less highly evolved individuals born in this day are also capable of coupling this kind of indecisiveness with an inability to sense the right moment at which to make financial or business decisions. What did I tell y'all about Ray's tax issue? And she's going out buying a lavish home, buying things. And I still got it. I still got to prove I got it. Not doing things at the right time. Yes, it's her money, but is that practical to do when, your man that you're married to is going through such a financial hardship? Okay, so I'm going to read that line again. Less highly evolved individuals born on this day are also capable of coupling this kind of indecisiveness with the inability to sense the right moment at which to make financial or business decisions, which is a fatal combination. There it goes. May 3rd people must remember to invest enough of their energy in maintaining close friendships. Those born on this day will make good friends if their human understanding and insights concerning the workings of society extend to the personal level. They must never forget the importance The importance of simply daily acts of kindness. I don't know, but I took that last line to be is just kind of the same thing with Monique. Appreciate the, appreciate every day, be kind every day, not because you got a big event, not because something is coming. Be the same way every day. Have that type of appreciation for every day as you would a big grand celebration, An ever-present danger for May 3rd people is that they will be taken up with big ideas and social schemes, but forget to tend to their own nest. The true challenge to them comes not in their career, but in the everyday events of life. What did I just say? I didn't read this, you guys. I promise. I just read that line and I just said something connected to that. Because I don't know. I was getting that sense, like, only appreciate the grand things. You remember she calls herself the Grand Dame. Remember how she came out in that party. Remember the other party she's had. Grand. Everything has to be big. And, that is something negative, I guess you could say, on the show with Karen, because people... Let's compare her to Robin really quick, right? Robin represents commonality, like being basic. Remember Juan even said, she wouldn't want something super expensive. That's not who she is. Whereas Karen, she would. She loves beauty, luxury, being out there, right? But what she could kind of learn from Robin is appreciating, the basicness of every day and focusing on having what you need and not just on what you think you're supposed to have because you are this grand figure, right? Here, they will either pass or fail according to their own social precepts regarding others. What did I say? It's all about how I look to others. I'm the Grand Dame. People expect big things from me. I have to deliver. This has to be this way. There's that demanding energy coming in. May 3rd people have a tremendous amount to teach in the social sphere. So they keep saying she needs to, be teaching in a social sphere or wherever she ends up. It could be out in the community, amongst friends, amongst, just maybe Ray's family, her family, social people. The question is, can they benefit from their own knowledge? So does she take her own advice? She's steady telling people what to do. You should do this. You should approach it like this. But do I even, listen to myself? And a lot of people, they tend to teach what they most need to learn, right? So I'm seeing some of that with Karen. Let's look at her numbers and planets. Those born on the 3rd of the month are ruled by the number 3 and by the expansive planet Jupiter. Those ruled by the number 3 often rise to high positions in their particular sphere and tend to be dictatorial, dominant. May 3rd personality should be aware of this in this respect. Those ruled by the number 3 typically desire independence. We've seen her do that, come up with this La Dame fragrance. If you looked at that party, it was very independent of Ray. She kind of didn't even need him there, but this is new for Karen because she's so used to being just Ray's wife. So, even though she's an older woman, it's just like, I still need to look good, keep myself up. I still got to do stuff for myself. But those born on May 3rd are granted an accompanying social grace and charm by the combination of Jupiter and Venus, ruler of Taurus. Let's look at her tarot. The 3rd card of the major arcana is the Empress, who symbolizes creative intelligence. She is the perfect woman, okay? the ultra feminine, Mother Earth nurturer. What did I tell y'all about Karen? She is the mother of this circle, honey. Okay. She is the nurturer. Okay. She is the one that gives, the ladies advice and guidance. And it says, who is our dreams made real? Okay. And our hopes and aspirations embodied. So kind of look at me and you can have it too. Look at how I did things. The Empress represents positive traits of charm, grace, and unconditional love. Look at that, unconditional love. Because if you notice, most of the women on the show are very impatient with Candace. They're very impatient, sometimes with Monique. We're going to see a lot of that this season, but pay attention to Karen. She's going to be unconditionally supportive of those ladies. She knows that they're young. She knows that they have lessons in life that they need to learn. And she has the grace to accompany them with that. Okay, but also the negative traits of vanity, okay, needing to be seen, always looking good. This is my persona. Affection and intolerance for imperfection. That goes back to her being demanding. But to me, this speaks more upon how she was, when this show first started. She had no tolerance for Ashley. She didn't feel like Ashley was anywhere on her level in terms of how Ashley was raised. In terms of Ashley's money situation, even stuff with, if you look at Karen, Michael, and Ashley, she just has an intolerance of that. And most people would, because look at the shit Michael does. But it's kind of like, I can't be bothered with that. So I think that when I look at Karen, I see her being more tolerant of a Monique or Candace, not so much, with Ashley. It's like, I'm disgusted. We can tell how she's talked to Ashley. And I'm not defending Ashley, because Ashley, in my opinion, deserve to be talked to, because Ashley has a way of picking at people's business. But yeah, when Karen does not like some shit, she's intolerant. Like Giselle, all the backstabbing things that Giselle says and does. Karen is disgusted with that behavior. It goes beyond the realm of entertainment, right? Okay. Let's look at the advice for Karen. Think as much about your own motivations as you do about those of others. Okay. So basically, like I said, look at, what you need to learn instead of, what you always teach. Are you learning what you're teaching? Okay. Remember your friends. Not friends like Giselle, though. Put as much energy as is necessary into personal relationships. Take people as they come. Don't give them more than what they need. Do not hesitate to take action in love matters. Okay, we could kind of look at that with Ray. They seem to not be on the same page. Maybe paying Ray more attention, including Ray in things. Loving on him. We'll see more of that probably unfold on the season. Her meditation is, what can we say with certainty? What can we say with certainty? That's interesting. All right, you guys, that concludes the reading on Karen. Let's get to Miss Ashley Darby. Ashley Darby is a Gemini. She was born June 8th, 1988. That makes her 32, probably, maybe 33. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so Ashley's birthday, June 8th, 1988. It says the day of influential individualism. That's interesting. Her strengths are she's dutiful, technically proficient, and an individual. So we see that as one of her strengths. It's also in the title, individualism. Her weaknesses, she's stressed. We see a lot of that on the show. And then, not to be funny, but when you're married to somebody like Michael that has these behaviors that seem to come out of like nowhere, or you turn a blind eye to it, it's just like you are going to be stressed. She's overzealous and she's error prone. It says the majority of those born on June 8th show highly developed mental abilities. So, Ashley is a Gemini. Most Geminis have mental abilities. They're talkative. They're quick-witted. You know, Ashley has quick comebacks for the ladies, which may be equally well applied to science, the humanities, or the arts. And I'm thinking about that song she came out with that maybe she probably shouldn't have came out with, but honey, that's neither here nor there. As family leaders, this is particularly true for women. They show a strong feeling of responsibility and exhibit character and steadfastness in times of adversity. That makes me think about her mom, how Michael kept saying you need to cut her off, or, you know, we need to make her more financially responsible for her life. And Ashley was very steadfast about that. No, I got to help my mother. We don't just cut people off. I didn't come for money. My mother needs my help. It's like a loyalty. I got to be there for her. However, the more talented June 8th people are, the more eccentric and idiosyncratic they can be. Their mental balance can be precarious due to their sensitive ego. Okay, she has a sensitive ego. That lets me know that Ashley dishes a lot of shit out and she can't take it. That is the best way I could say it, you guys. You could see it on the show. Okay? You could see it on the show how she's came at Robin about her relationships. Her relationship, I should say, with Juan. She's came at Karen and Ray about their financial issues. She's also came at Karen, accusing her of having an affair on her husband. But, you know, if you notice, when any of these women question her, you know, like remember like last season when Robin had heard Ray saying, not Ray, Michael, and Robin was, I guess, a little inebriated, but nonetheless, she heard him say that he would suck one of the cast members, D-I-C-K. So, Ashley got defensive about that. Oh, you were drunk. Remember, you said you were drunk, and, you know, all of a sudden it's all these excuses for Michael, but yet you didn't mind coming at Robin, you know, when she had her relationship issues with Juan. You didn't mind coming at Karen, but you didn't want anybody at all talking about Michael and, you know, how he embarrasses you and has all this strange and bizarre behavior. You're always, you know, defending him, but you're so offended, Ashley, when other people are, you know, coming at you for the same stuff that you do. It says, I'm going to read that line again. Their mental balance can be precarious due to their sensitive ego and the rarefied world they inhabit. June 8th people are not known for considering the consequences of their actions. What did I just tell y'all? What did I just tell you? Okay? She doesn't see the consequences of her behavior. It's okay when she does it, okay? Neither are they particularly diplomatic. That means fair, just. You know, she's not, you know, diplomatic. You know, it's kind of my way or the highway. Or I felt that same shit with Candace. Oh, you attacked me while I was having a baby. Bitch, didn't nobody know you was having a baby. You was just arguing with the girl. How was she to know that? She doesn't follow you. Okay, she just was throwing shade. You've been doing it with her. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, but not with Ashley. She can't see it from no side other than hers. Thus, it may be the one big mistake can ruin or at least severely set them back many years of positive work. Careful planning and objectivity are thus crucial to the successful outcome of their projects. That reminds me of that restaurant her and Michael came out with. To me, it wasn't no careful planning. You have to, when you're in business, you got to do what sells. Okay, same thing with YouTube. Yes, I may create videos you guys may not be interested in, but I'm interested in it. But the bulk of my work is stuff that you guys are interested in. You have to do that in business. And remember, Michael and Ashley, they were not really like open to doing that. So I'm going to read that line again. Careful planning and objectivity. Objective, not subjective. I want this. I want it to be that way. Remember, I forgot what kind of menu it was. I forgot. It was like selling kangaroo. I don't know. Weird stuff. Like, you got to sell what the people want. Okay? So careful planning and objectivity are thus crucial to the successful. The restaurant wasn't successful. That's why it's closed. Outcome of their projects. Okay. So a highly talented or creative June 8th person may feel the need to withdraw from the world. Remember, she got kind of depressed after that whole thing with the restaurant. Remember, it came out like Katie had told the girls, you had to sell your part of the restaurant. Something like that. It was something along those lines. Ashley hated that. She hated seeing... I don't know. It's kind of like she doesn't want people to see her failure. She doesn't want to admit that something was a failure. Something didn't work out. I didn't go about it the right way, so I'm going to try to hide it, But Katie was adamant. She was like, no, I remember you saying you don't even really own the restaurant and you guys have another partner. And Ashley did not want that type of stuff getting out. Okay, but it was okay to judge Robin and her finances. A highly talented or creative June 8th person may feel the need to withdraw from the world periodically. Okay, I talked about that. But during these periods of recharging and inspiration must remain in touch with the world of events. Those born on this day are not the most social anyways. Is that why they can't get that girl out that house? Yeah, you had that baby. And something tells me, you guys, I could be wrong. She's going to be using that baby as an excuse. It's going to be as an excuse for why she can't do. People will use motherhood as a way of checking out and, kind of getting out of situations that, they don't want to deal with. Even if studying people is their driving passion. Hobbies, clubs, and social work are venues through which many June 8th people find comfortable and rewarding human contact. So she does need human contact. What is she? Is she into yoga or something? Is that what I heard of her doing? She's into that. She likes that. It seems like she's relaxed. Don't we see Ashley like doing some type of yoga or something? Y'all get out in the comments, remind me. But I don't know. I don't know. I've seen Ashley do some type of yoga or something. In an attempt to be just, those born on this day can turn judgmental. We've seen it. Judging Candace and her mother's relationship, not understanding that girl was emotionally abused, but judging it. You're in your mother's house and, all of that type of behavior. Judging Robin and Juan's situation had nothing to do with her, but Ashley knows best. Now, some of her points, you guys, were, good points she made, but it was the way she went about it that made it judgmental. Judging Robin's money issues, putting it out into the forefront. In their need to be courageous, they may develop aggressive tendencies, okay? And we've seen that, like I said on the show, constantly coming at the women about their problems. June 8th people can also become preachy and overly moral, okay? Constantly pointing her finger at Candace. She childish, she this, she need to be like this, and you ain't no better. Even those who are most unconventional themselves, okay? Which would be you, Ashley. You came out of a damn, trailer park, or you didn't have the best upbringing. You didn't come up with you didn't come from a good environment. Your mother is really, Ashley acts like her mother's mother. Like she's her, it's like they switch roles. She is Sheila's mother. Okay. And it's like Ashley, she should be able to relate to Candace, right? But she will act like she can't. Like, oh, I'm kind of above you, But no, girl, your mother, probably had you out in that damn tent growing up. That's why she married Michael. Security. This is going to make me look good. I don't like where I came from. A lot of people are like that. They don't like where they came from. And that's fine. But have the right intentions. Do things for the right reasons. Don't be getting with people just for the money and, just so it makes you look good and you could, benefit off of it and not build your own success. it is as if they demand a tolerance for themselves, okay, which they are unwilling to grant to others. It's in the book. It's in the book. Okay, she has a tolerance for all the bullshit that she does on that show. It's okay when I do it. It's okay. I have the right. There's all these justifications that are made for her behavior. But when somebody does something to her, it's just, oh, they went too far. Oh, they shouldn't have did that. You know, they were so wrong. Same thing with, Candace, her relationship with her. When Robin was about to whoop her ass, oh, Robin is so wrong. But where did that energy come from? Okay, it came from you being in her business, okay? It's like she can't put herself in other people's shoes, you guys. On the other hand, loyalty is something that June 8th people both expect from others and personally demonstrate. That goes back to her mother. It says especially in regards to family and friends. What did I tell y'all? The mother. Even though, the mother was sitting up there spending up her and Michael's money, Ashley felt like, hey, this is still my mother. She one of them people, like a candy bird. I'm going to still put up with her. I'm not going to get rid of her. She may get some love or something from her mother. She may be benefiting somewhat from that relationship, but because I'm getting the energy of, because that's my mother, I'm going to have her back, even though, my mother needs to learn to do for herself. And, I'm going to keep doing it. That's why it was a big issue with Michael, because Michael's not like that. Michael knows how to cut people off. Most people that are business people, they know when to cut ties. Okay? If you dead weight, you dead weight. They don't give a damn what part you may serve in their life, mother, brother, sister, cousin. They don't care. That's why her and Michael was butting heads, because Michael is not with that. Ashley even admitted it on the show. We're very different. We grew up differently. However, in order to advance in their personal development, those born on this date may need to lessen feelings of guilt associated with a zealous sense of duty. So that's talking about, just because that's your mother, that don't mean she has the right to be begging you and your husband for money and constantly showing up empty-handed. When I look at her mother, and I'm not trying to overly judge her mother, you guys, but I'm just saying strictly based off of observation, what I get from this woman is she gets with people for what she can get out of them, right? And that's what Ashley did with Michael. It's its own manifestation, right? Okay, your seed tends to demonstrate the things that you do, right? That's why she's not mad at Ashley for getting with that man. It's like, oh, he got money. Oh, you go always be stable. Oh, he go be able to give you what me and your father was never able to give you. It's that's what I'm getting. Like a scammer. Yeah, go and do this for this reason. That way we could have, instead of building yourself up off of hard work and a sense of duty. Okay, because of the steadily increasing demands that accompany a climb to success, look at that, accompany a climb, because she will have to work for her success instead of just marrying a man for money. And because of their low threshold for stress, remember, stress, I don't want to deal with this. I want the easy way out. Her and her mother, easy way out. Easy way out. The mother was willing to live in a damn tent with a man. Who the hell lives in a damn tent with a man? Who does that? Just so they can say they have a man. No. Many June 8th people are happiest when they find a level of performance at which they function satisfactorily and stay there. So basically, when I look at Ashley's relationship with her mother, she is her mother's child. Even though it may not be as obvious at times, she learned, a lot, from her mother. Now, on the other hand, those destined for higher positions in firms or careers must toughen their hide for the loneliness and difficulties that inevitably accompany a rise to the top. also have a realistic idea of what life is like there. So understanding your position and, wherever you end up in life and how to play it. When occupying positions of importance or authority, June 8th people must keep in mind that any lack of communication between them and their employees or public will only intensify stresses. So she needs to learn how to communicate with people that she's working with. That way there are no misunderstandings. Therefore, they should establish open channels of communication that allow for an easy exchange of information and concerns, not gossip, not using things against people, planting things in people's heads. We've seen Ashley indulge in that type of behavior. If these few requirements are met, their minds will remain free to soar, okay? But if she don't do that, guys, that's where the suffering comes from. To innovate, to manifest their theories and plans with extraordinary success and benefit to others. Let's look at her numbers and planets. Those born on the 8th of the month are ruled by the number 8 and the planet Saturn. Since Saturn carries a strong feeling of responsibility and sense of caution, limitation, and fatalism, the more conservative side of June 8th people is enhanced. Those ruled by the number 8 build their lives and careers slowly and carefully. There it is, slowly and carefully. Yeah, she was a pageant girl, but I'm looking for security. Carefully, being careful, being strategic almost. Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, combines influences with Saturn to give June 8th people a serious mental outlook. Although they may be quite warm-hearted, okay? We've seen Ashley, be warm-hearted and, try to show sympathy for people. The Saturnarian influences of those ruled by the number 8 can make for a cold exterior. Okay, we've seen her. Remember I told y'all, Ashley, you never quite know where you stand with Ashley. She could be cold or she's going to be warm-hearted. I was shocked she's been acting kind of warm-hearted with Candace, but she had her little moments though where I saw her ass for who she was. But, she flip-flops. That's a Gemini. They have that in them. Some of them more than others, they got this one side and then they can completely turn around, and flip on you. Tarot. The 8th card of the major arcana is strength or courage, which depicts a graceful queen taming a furious lion. The queen symbolizes the female magician who can master rebellious energies and stands for moral as well as physical strength. If you look at on this show, Ashley is pretty rebellious. Her and Michael, they just run amok, do whatever the hell they want to do, in my opinion. This card's positive attributes include charisma, determination to succeed. Okay. So, she has that within her. The negative qualities include complacency and the misuse of power. So once she gets some power, she misuses it, misdirects it. She doesn't know how to act once she has came into her own, once she has gotten what she's wanted. Okay, let's look at the advice the book has for her. Keep the moral and judgmental aspects of yourself under control, okay? Stop dishing out what you can't take, okay? Consider carefully the standards you set for yourself and others. Loosen up a bit. Be satisfied with where you are, at least for the moment, and don't let ambition dictate your life. Her meditation is the laws of manifestation are the physics of tomorrow. What's interesting with that? Remember when I was talking about, she's pretty much manifested like kind of who her mother is. Okay. That's the way I'm kind of looking at that. Yeah, the laws of manifestation are the physics of tomorrow. That's why her life, is the way it is. That's very interesting. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know how you felt about these readings. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out later.